Now that COVID mandates are easing, doctors are warning people to stay on guard against a different virus, the flu. It's our top story tonight at 6. Thanks for joining us. I'm Sherry Jones.
And I'm Lauren Thompson. It's late in the season, but the flu is hanging on even as we approach spring. Doctors say cases right now are higher than this time last year.
6 News reporter Daryl Horn spoke with the physician assistant today who recommends we take certain safety precautions to protect us against COVID so we won't risk passing the flu on to others.
Yes, Sherry and Lauren, as COVID cases drop, more cases of the flu are popping up all around Michigan. And since more and more people are not wearing masks, the virus is more prevalent than it has been in a long time, especially after spring break just ended. One physician says this is just the beginning and is urging all of us to take precautions.
It's always tricky because we've been focusing so much on COVID that we start forgetting about things like flu.
Michigan is still in the middle of flu season. And Natalie Little, who's a physician assistant at 98.6 Emergent Center, says we should make sure to keep our guards up, even though COVID-19 cases are dropping.
I wouldn't say necessarily that you would have to mask up at this point because the general guidelines are that you don't necessarily have to. But if you're at risk for getting sick, you've been around someone who's sick, or you're just feeling a little unwell, even if it seems like allergies, then you should definitely mask up to protect others or avoid going out at all if you feel sick for sure.
She says the most common strand of the flu floating around is influenza A, and one way to make sure you're safe is getting the flu vaccine.
Unfortunately, we are seeing less flu vaccination since COVID. I think everyone's so focused on getting, hopefully their COVID shots or just not expecting flu because it hasn't been as prevalent in the last couple of years that we're not seeing as many flu shots given.
Little says there are other ways to protect yourself in addition to getting vaccinated.
There are antivirals that are specifically good for treating the flu that we can give you, which will help decrease the length of time that you're sick.
And if you're worried about getting your flu and COVID vaccinations too close together,
it is shown to be perfectly safe to get them all at the same time. So if you're more comfortable with spacing it out by, a couple of weeks or days, that's great. If you'd rather just say, hey, I'd rather be done with it and just deal with feeling crummy for, a day or two all at once, that's fine too. It really depends on the person.
Natalie says it's too early to tell when flu season will subside, but she says in the past, flu season went on into summer. Hopefully that won't be the case this year. Back to you.